Here I stand to tell a story of hope, a story of faith, a story of covenant which I cannot finish telling, which is over 3,000 years story. It is not a story of man, but it's a story of God with his man. It is a story that the Lord himself took time to handle and to develop a nation out of a man that is called Israel. It was never an obedient man, but a man that have been challenging and difficult, but God chose just because of his righteousness and his goodness. So here we are to share the story of Israel.
The shofar, it speaks of his provision. The church is called to be the shofar that we blow the end time. And we are called to be the shofar, and every believer is meant to call for a prayer and call on unity.
Earlier you spoke of the importance of blessing and praying for Israel. Can you shed a bit of light to our viewers on that?
Blessing and praying for Israel. One is our mandate. There's a mandate that the Lord had commanded us to pray for the peace of Israel. And the reason why we pray for the peace of Israel is a blessing to us as well as being a blessing to Israel. So it's a fundamental thing that every believer should pray for the peace of Israel.
It is rather saddening what is happening in Israel right now. What are your thoughts and prayers for Israel?
Well, all that are happening is prophetical, it is biblical, it has to happen. That's something that you cannot avoid. What Israel is going through, Israel from day one up to now, Israel is fighting a battle of hope, a battle of faith, a battle of existence, a battle and a challenge that are going through. What believers are fighting spiritually, and Israel is fighting physically. So it is basically that what it's meant to be. So we keep praying, and as we hope to see the fulfillment of scriptures.
Greetings to you all. Shalom.